Okay, I'm the non-qualified evangelist. Okay, done. Emphasizing, of course, the non-qualified part. I was asked to give a little more explanation. So listen, I'm going to tell you, this is not a problem. I'm blaming my kids. It's because of my kids. These guys come into my life. Everything changes. Nothing's the same. Oh no, you can't keep doing these awesome things. You got to do these other things, maybe not quite so cool. Well, it's kind of got to a really cool place with my kids now. And what I have realized is I don't really want, I don't know if the way I was brought into church and Bible and God and these things, I don't think that's going to work with these kids because they first of all, they absolutely rejected the whole sort of go to on Sunday get dressed. That thing that was they were out. Forget it. Nope. Okay, so I don't know what we're supposed to do. We don't want for our kids to be puppets, but we very much would want for them to have an experience that is authentic and real. So we said, you know what, we're gonna do our own church. And after that disaster, we thought, maybe we'll do this thing instead. So I God has done something to me, and I'm seeing things a little differently now. So reading the Bible to my kids, I'm hopeful that they'll hear this story, which is a remarkable story, and then I can have my little comments afterwards or whatever, and the net effect is that they're going to have some thoughts on their own. They're going to have maybe some questions. Maybe if we're really lucky, maybe these kids of mine will struggle a little bit about what is being told to them. I believe this stuff can hold up on its own. I don't feel as though there needs to be packaging that goes along with this. This is like R-rated. And I see what they watch on Netflix, for crying out loud. This is better. So I'm reading it and I'm asking the questions I thought are reasonable to ask, and I'm making the comments and the connections that I see. But I can't emphasize the non-qualified part enough. I'm going to do this chapter 1 all the way to the very end of Revelation. When I'm done, I'm going to have a handful of comments to make about, I don't know, some crazy nonsense, some crazy stuff that's very obvious that everybody seems to be willing to just live with, but that doesn't make sense to me. I'm gonna do like sermons. I'm gonna do the evangelist part. I don't know. I got 3 or 4 ideas about that, but that's not going to happen for until I'm done reading this entire book, because it's important for these kids of mine to know what this book. What does it say? What is this message? After they know this message, then I can talk to them about it. But if they don't know the message, then they run the risk of believing their old dad, and I don't know anything. So we're going to go to the book. We're going to read it. When it's finished, I'm going to say some thoughts, and then the non-qualified evangelist is over. So I hope that if there are people who are going to watch this video, which seems insane to me, but that if you're not my kids, then I hope you get something from this anyway, because it remains the word. This is still the story God wrote out. Here's my plan. I'm going to write it in a bunch of books. Boom. Read it. Tell me what you think. That's it, man. That is the extent of a non-qualified evangelist. I hope that's enough. Thank you for your interest. Unless I'm talking to all 3 of my subscribers, which makes me a bona fide YouTuber. Nevertheless, if this spreads to 7 subscribers, then I hope you guys get something out of this. It is really better that it's good than bad. 9 out of 10 times you start talking about God, it turns into a fight. I don't understand what that is. It's banana. It's insane. So I'm hoping that this will be the 1 out of 10 that doesn't. And you can listen to this, man, on your car. You can on Tuesday. It doesn't ever have to be a Sunday morning. Not that Sunday morning is bad, but in Sunday morning in my house, when we were talking about church, we were also fighting. Now we don't do that. And there's no fighting. And we're talking about God. We're praying. We're like, it's what? I don't know. But that's what it is. So here's the word of God for my kids, for you if you want to listen. Oh man, I don't know. Make a comment or don't make a... I don't know how this is going to go. Subscribe, don't subscribe. I don't know. But I'm the non-qualified evangelist.